Hello, this is Anka Corbin. I'm here at the Global Expansion Summit in London, and my guest is Andrew Oury, and he is with Oury and Clark, charter accountancy as well as law firm. So, Andrew, one of the things you do is help companies expand internationally. So, when they're ready to come into the UK, what's your advice to them? What should they be prepared for?
Thank you. I guess coming into the UK, it depends what culture you're used to, but obviously you've got to get your head around how the culture works here. The hardest thing to do in the UK is open a bank account, so you must be prepared to set that as one of your first tasks and to give time to do it and realize it's a job that you have to get done as opposed to something you're going to receive a lot of customer service for. I think too, the important thing to understand about British people is it is a place that's mostly about getting to know people. So, building your relationships with people gently and getting to a point with them where you can have a beer with them is probably a pretty good sign that you could do some business with them on a more serious level. Those would be my initial thoughts.
One of the things you told me was to be prepared for pub culture and having your meetings and having your, really your time with anyone that you want to work with in a pub, which is very different from most places. And what do you think about that?
Well, it's not something that happens immediately. You've got to spend the initial time through emails and polite conversation getting to know someone. But the real business isn't really done until you're relaxed enough. To go for a pint with someone is a very important milestone. So my rule of thumb is that you should get to know someone, you should start trying to do some business with them on a very gentle level, and then maybe after 6 months, if you got to know them a little bit, say, come on, let's go for a pint or let's have something to eat. And that's really important. If you can make that connection with someone, then you've got a really good bond with someone and you start trusting someone. So contracts stop being very important. What a contract says here is slightly less more important than what does the relationship say. If I've got to know someone and we like each other and we can share a drink together, it doesn't have to be a drink, but say something, social together, then you're likely not to need the contract so much because it's a true relationship and that you can talk frankly to each other.
That's fantastic advice. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, go global and go big.